Hello and welcome to Ashes Cricket 2009. I thought with the release of Cricket 26 coming next week and of course the start of the Ashes Down Under that we'd go back and look at some of the past Ashes Cricket games. Now, I was going to start with Cricket 2005. I did a couple of overs and I was 6 wickets down, so I've had to go back to the games that I know. Ashes Cricket 2009, that'll be followed I think by the most recent Ashes Cricket game for the Xbox One. This was a game actually on the Nintendo Wii that I played for hours and hours and hours on end. In terms of the Xbox version, I played more International Cricket 2010, which was the sequel to this, released by Codemasters the following year. I did about a 20-part series on the channel actually playing this game quite some time ago, but I don't think I've booted it up ever since then. In fact, we'll have a quick look, shall we? See if that save game is still there. And it is. The 5th test, yet to be played. Let's boot it up, shall we? Let's boot up that 5th test and go with that one. So, we've already won the Ashes Series 3-1. This is a complete dead rubber. Let's have a look at the squads, the home squad. Who are we going to play? Straussy, Vaughan, Bell, Cook. Is this the squad that I'd pick throughout? I don't feel like I'd have KP all the way down at 6. Steve Armisen, Rashid. I mean, you've got to put Freddie in there, surely. You've got to put Freddie Flintoff in there. So, Freddie Flintoff is going to go... that's the difficulty. Where does Freddie fit in to this team? It feels like he's a player you can't not have, but equally if you take the likes of Sidebottom out, you've only then got two fast bowlers in Jimmy Anderson and Stuart Broad. We're going to go for it. We're going to go batting heavy. We're going to put Flintoff in at 7, Swanee in at 8. Stuart Broad, of course, being a very good bat back then. Matt Pryor and Stuart Broad used to have some really good partnerships going. But Straussy, Vaughan, Ian Bell, Alistair Cook. I mean, Alistair Cook at 4, that just seems wrong. We're going to put Cookie in at 2 and Vaughan in at 3. Not that we probably will get there, but nevertheless, let's go for it. So this is just a chilled video, just for us to enjoy ourselves, waiting for that release of Cricket 26, which I'm hoping to cover on the channel, hoping to get that game in the next week. I do love my cricket. I haven't watched a lot of cricket recently, but I do love the Ashes, so we're going to be bringing Cricket 26 content to you guys. So there we go. Here is the oval for the 5th and final test of the Ashes series. The Australians are going to field by the looks of it, so here we go. No, I was wrong. The Aussies have chosen to bat. So we're going to bowl. Jimmy Anderson then with the first over. Now, normally in these quick videos, I'd play something like a 10-over game, because you're likely to have teams that are a little bit more attacking rather than watching a test match. But we'll have a little bowl. We'll see how we go. And that's a no ball to get us started. And that's a 4 for Australia. So if that's anything to go by, then this latest Ashes series could be a disaster. And of course, that's 5 actually, because we had the no ball as well. The controller's sticking a bit. It's drifted over. Right, that's a better ball. There you go. A Yorker right at the stumps. Another ball played in. And another 4 for Australia. Maybe the field might just have to change here. Get a fielder down that onside where Watson's just hit the 4. This isn't the best start from Jimmy, is it? Maybe play something just outside the odd stump. Let him have a little bit of a nick at it. And he's had more of a nick, but we've got the fielder there. And it's not a run out. I mean, they're going to appeal it. Surely, it's going to go to the 3rd umpire. I don't think that's out. No, not out. But he just wants to check. Well, Jimmy Anderson's confident. Not a very good start, though. 9 off this over.
And good stop too.
Albeit the first ball was 5, so we can excuse that a little bit, I suppose. And we brought the man into the squad for a reason. Here comes Freddie to bowl the 2nd over. I think this is going to be Katic's first ball. And he's hit that for a 4. So the Australians clearly are full of confidence. I mean, this is a dead rubber, isn't it, in the game, because we've already won the Ashes Series 3-1. And I'm a little bit rusty at this game, it's fair to say. So we might give the Australians one back here. We're going to go for a more mid-length ball. And he's gone for it. Have we got a man there? Oh, it's dropped. We had a chance there. He went for it. Go for it. Flintoff. What? I mean, yeah, that's a look of disgust from Straussy there. And quite rightly as well. I mean, it was just a disaster all round. We didn't get the catch. I thought I'd hit it when we went green, but obviously not. It went red. And then the ball come to the non-striker's end, and Flintoff just stood there. And I had nothing I could do about it. Maybe this game isn't as good as I thought. He's now hesitant, is Flintoff. Well, not really a surprise because they ran, maybe did they run 2 there possibly? So that's 6 off a couple of balls. And it's going to be another 4. But let's try and encourage them to hit those lofty shots and maybe get a wicket here. But 19 for no loss isn't really the best start after a couple of overs. There you go, that's better. Dot ball there. And then one straight at the wickets. We'll change it up. We'll go for a Yorker and then a bouncer to end the over. And we've got another chance here. And he's gone. Get in there. Simon Katic, caught and bowled. The first wicket of this game. I said it was a test match. Well, it is a test match. Not like a 10-over game. But here we go. A quick wicket. Can we get a couple more before we go into bat? There you go. Flintoff's gone from hesitant to confident. And we're going to put that bouncer in. More of a mid-length. Not necessarily a bouncer. And I think Ricky Ponting is off the mark. Well, he is. He's definitely off the mark. Are they going to get 2? They're going to run back for 2. And we're fielding like that. They're certainly going to get 2. 21 off the first 2 overs. We've been absolutely battered so far. And that's going to be... Is that going to be another 4? Yep, it is. Fielder can't get there. This has been quite a leaky start. If I'd have said this was a 10-over game, you'd have believed me, wouldn't you? Because this has been an absolute shocker so far. Couple more there. And Australia end the over on 27 for 1. Ponting 6 off 6. But Flintoff was the man who got the wicket. So we'll go with Flintoff. After Flintoff, I think we might go to spin. I know it's quite early on, but you guys want to see some wickets, surely. So we'll go for a Yorker to start the over off. They've reacted well to that one. Trust me, this is more entertaining than watching me play Cricket 05. I was 5 wickets down after 2 overs of playing that. This game's far more intuitive in terms of the controls and easy to pick up. Much more plug and play. That game, unless you went for a slog shot, you could get a 6. Everything else was out. Go for a slower ball. Good length. See if we can catch him out. And we haven't. That's gone for 4. Right, that's all of the ideas over. Australia are going for nearly 10 and over here. This is a bit of a disaster to start off with. So we're going to trust spin. And one of the best ever. Well, in my opinion. In my nostalgic opinion of being young at this time, Graham Swan was my go-to if I needed any wickets. I'm not sure that's a particularly good likeness of Swanee. We're going to go aggressive. See if we can get a wicket on this over. 4 runs to start the over. So that's just as good as it was last time, wasn't it? Fantastic. Another 4 there. Second time round. But 10 and over. Not exactly keeping it... Well, that just takes the biscuit. We went for the spin to try and change things up a bit. And he's hitting us all over the shop. A 4 to start with. A 6 then. Here's a chance. Here's a chance. Have we got him? Get in. We've got him. Ricky Ponting's gone. Well, he had a good 10 minutes at the crease. He got 20. But Ricky Ponting's gone. So, all that bravado. A 6, a 4, out. So, Australia, a 53 for 2. This is almost like an accelerated test match here. And it's a 4. So, it's very much like Cricket 05 this today. But it's a 4 or a 6 or it's out. It's one or the other. But after 5 overs of having a bowl, I think it's time to simulate the rest of that. In fact, is this going to be another one? No, I think the batsman's got back there. It is going to be a third umpire's decision, but they're not interested in that. So 12 and over Australia have gone for. We are going to simulate the rest of the Australian innings, and then we're going to get into some batting. So a fairly modest 247 after 69 overs. Considering after 5 they'd got 50 odd. Only 190 odd and then the 60 odd. Oh, mind you, I guess it's about 3 and over, so not a bad strike rate particularly. This is pre-Bazball, of course, so for England, well, we're going to have to probably play a bit Bazball-like. Why not? There you go. Good start from Straussy. Couple there down the leg side. And Andrew Strauss is off the mark after the first one. So 247 is the target after that first innings. We're not going to play the whole innings here. We're just going to have a bit of fun with this. Why not? Have a whack. Oh.
Oh, that looks as if it might have hurt.
Yeah, Straussy took a bit of a whack there. Got a lot of space down the leg side, so we'll try and use that as an advantage. But this isn't as easy as it seems. Outside edge, we had a good start with that first shot, but let's not get too confident too early, eh? Go on, we'll have one more go with Andy. No, a top edge. And it's straight to the wicket keeper. So not the best start for us there. We've attacked pretty much all the shots so far. What else can we possibly do? Let's go into the second over. Let's see how Cookie gets on here. They've gone for 3 slips and they've left that space down the offside. So they're hoping for the nick and for us to get out. That's a good shot though from Cookie. They're going to chase after it. I think we'll get a couple. So it's the same as the previous over. A couple to get it started and then Strauss just couldn't build on that in that first over. And if you are going to comment saying, well, it's a test match, you should only be getting a couple of runs and over. I know that, but this is meant to be just a little bit of fun. Another good shot. There you go. So we'll benefit from a couple of more runs there. In fact, we're going to go for 3. This is going to be risky. Are we going to get back? Dive for it. Oh, that's going to be more of a third umpire's review. Here he comes flying in. Yeah, we're well in, look. We're well in. We're fine. No need for the review there. And we're just going to benefit from that shot. That was much better played this time. And that's our first boundary of the match. I think what we'll do after this over, we'll probably simulate a bit, get further into the innings. Maybe play with some of the more aggressive players, the Kevin Petersons and Andrew Flintoffs. Or we could have an England classic collapse, possibly. There we go. That's a poor shot. Is it going to be caught? It is. Strauss is gone. We went for the spectacular. And it's not quite happened. Strauss is out after a couple of overs. So we'll bring Vaughan in, but we'll simulate on a little bit and we'll see what happens. Well, we could be here a while because you can't simulate 20 overs or 50 overs. You have to simulate over by over. Vaughan had a shocker. He was out for a duck. Oh, and it's 25 for 3. This is a disaster. Right, we've got to come back in here and try and get some runs on the board. But there's a chance down that leg side to get some runs. If, of course, the ball sneaks down there. Another outside edge, and we've just contributed to the disaster. This feels like it's probably going to be what it's like down under. 25 for 4. Oh dear. Straight into the firing line. That was probably a little bit silly. Is that another one gone? Yeah, it is. Oh dear. Well, you know when I said we were good at this game? We were, because clearly we must have been, because we won the series 3-1. And that wasn't just all down to our bowling. But we're making a bit of a mockery of it here, so we've got to settle in maybe here. Just keep these 2 in. Get a bit more familiar with this game. Get some runs on the board. It's not all about 6s and 4s. Oh, here's a bouncer. You know what I've just said about 6s and 4s? You've got to play that one, surely. There you go, that's better. It's gone high in the air, so it's not going to be a 6, but it will go to the boundary for 4. We'll take those all day long, thank you very much. Is it going to be another one? You better believe it. Oh, that wasn't so... Oh, no. Well, I was going to say that wasn't so good. It was a disaster. And if I play Cricket 26 anything like this, I'm going to be laughed off the internet, aren't I? This is an absolute howler. We are down to the tail. I mean, another bouncer. We're just going to be tempted by it, but we're not going to loft it, maybe. No, we're not getting our timing right at all, are we? After 10 overs, we've lost 6. We could lose 7 yet. That was better. Flintoff's not been exposed yet. I feel like Flintoff's the only man that we've got left, realistically, to give us any sort of hope in this test match, because we're 214 runs down. We could even get to the follow-on if we're not careful. That's better. See, we have good intentions, but they're not always realised. I've run out of patience. I've gone for the lofty shot, but it's worked out okay. Nobody really down that side of the pitch, so we'll take all it's worth. Matt Pryor, he's going to be the man getting all the runs. There you go. Flintoff hasn't faced a delivery yet. So here comes Freddie. Don't be like KP and get out straight away. That's good. There we go. You can see a good shot for Flintoff goes probably a lot further than a perfect shot would for Pryor. And with that, we'll protect him, get back for free, and get Matt Pryor back on strike. And we have recovered somewhat here. And of course, we now can't have the follow-on. And that's me getting cocky. Is that going to be Flintoff out? Oh, you'd better believe it. You see the space, all the space we've got there. I thought, yeah, go on. For the guys watching, let's see if we can get a 6. This isn't how I play all the time, by the way. This is meant to be just a bit of fun, getting towards Cricket 26. And I hope you are enjoying it. There you go, Swanee. These tail enders playing much better than the openers. To be honest, we didn't really give KP or Flintoff much of a chance on their first couple of balls, having an absolute slog at it. Matt Pryor, though, the man of the match so far for us, most certainly. Still spaced down that leg side, so that's where we're going to target things. And a great shot from Swan there. That come crisp off the bat. Davgid's quite going to make the boundary. They've got a fielder out there, so it's another couple.
Right out of the top.
And we've got the lofted shot right this time. Is that a 6? No, it's a 4. I'm determined to play until we get a 6. I am determined. Graham Swan, I think he went after, was it the 23rd? I think it was the 2013 series down under that brought Swan out the game. Shame, a lot of good memories. We probably could have gone for that. The fielder ran past it, but I thought he was going to pick it back up straight away. And given that there's only Broad and Anderson to come, we can't really expect the Burnley Lara to save us. Well, I've simulated a few overs. For this reason, we're going to face some spin. Spin, face, spin. This could be by far the best partnership of the match, by the way, between Graham Swan and Matt Pryor. Let's have a quick look at that. Stats and graphs partnerships. There you go. Oh, no, not quite. 25. So we need 7 to beat that partnership. Look at them howlers. Bell, Collingwood, Peterson. We had a complete fall from grace in that midfield. Do we play this shot? We're playing everything, so we've got to, but that was a bit misleading because it looked like it was a bit further outside the off stump. I was very much going for that shot over there, but it didn't quite realise it, so we had to play more of a drive down the ground. Oh, that was a howler. Absolute howler I played there. And in the battle of spinner against spinner, it's Marcus North who wins. Just completely mistimed the shot, and it was straight at the stump. So we've lost Graham Swan. Can we get Matt Pryor to his 50? That's got to be the goal.
They're having a shout. Not out.
Fortunately, not out.
Take a look at Hawker.
Well, that's the end of day 1. 90 for 8. So we're back out for the second day. And it's Marcus North to start off as the hurls of abuse come from the English crowd going, what on earth is going on? Because if it wasn't for Matt Pryor, we'd be having an absolute mare.
So I think it's a very negative way of looking at things.
Oh, it's an outside edge. Oh, he's gone. That is a disaster. Well, this whole video has been a bit of a disaster for me. But the one thing we wanted to get out of this was Matt Pryor getting his 50. And he didn't get it. We've lost everybody. 92 for 9. And it's only the Burnley Lara. Okay, let's change our expectations. Can we get to 100? Come on, Jimmy. Nothing from that one. Says a lot of your batting performance if you're facing Jimmy Anderson trying to get you out of the mire. We're already in it, but, well, I guess 150 as a lead isn't a disaster. But if the pitch is only one that you can get about 250, then that's not good enough. And even we haven't done that. Jimmy's gone for a duck. 92 all out. And if it wasn't for Matt Pryor, the day would be an absolute disaster. I think that's where we're going to end our little look at Ashes Cricket 2009. This was just almost a bit of a precursor, really, to get some cricket content back on the channel before the release of Cricket 26 next week. I'll be looking at least at Ashes Cricket, the Xbox One game, which was another one I played a hell of a lot of before the release of Cricket 26 next week. So if you're looking forward to more Ashes content and the release of Cricket 26, make sure to leave a like on this one, comment your thoughts and subscribe for Cricket 26 content coming from next week.